Nigel sends out his Charizard, and
okay, I'm not too sure what happened with the Crobat.
anyway, and Melvin does switch out his Kangaskhan. I mean, I'm looking from the other monitor. He said brings back his Kangaskhan in favor for the heat run.
Good switch there. I mean, you do not want to take fire attacks. I hate Sun by Charizard, and he churned with Flash Fire. It's going to take the hits. A bit of an obvious switch to be honest.
Except that Nigel does go for the Mega Evolution right at the wrong time when heat run is out on the field for Melvin. And he does go for Thunderous, Thunder Wave onto the Charizard Y.
But overheat.
And he goes for the overheat.
Come out onto the Thunderous. Good thing he didn't target the Kangaskhan there, going for a one-hit KO straight away.
A perfect hit onto the Thunderous. Now, whether going for the overheat right now is a good move, I am not too sure because he does have the paralysis on the Charizard. He does have the -2 special attack.
Yes.
So,
Crobat's with Charizard, there are different ways to use Charizard. Sometimes you use Fire Blast for the extra power. Sure, you do have the less accuracy, but at least you're not forced to switch.
It does deal the same amount as overheat, doesn't it? Or slightly less?
I think slightly less, but at least you do not need to switch out after that to retain your power.
Alright, Nigel does go for the protect on his Charizard. I suppose to protect him from the fake out. From whatever the heat run has to do. And heat run does go for a substitute and.
Kangaskhan goes straight to the return onto the Crobat. What was I going to KO considering the damage he did the turns before? Tailwind does come out, however Charizard is still paralyzed, so its speed is better, but still not as good.
Nigel does bring out his Mamoswine, although I'm not so sure what for anymore because even if he does try to go for a fast Earthquake with that Tailwind boost, right?
Yeah.
Heat Run does have the sub up.
Yes.
I think Melvin does have a heavy bot presence. He has a bot advantage at the moment.
The sad part about Nigel's position in the previous turn was that he couldn't touch the hit train at all. Sure, he can use. Maybe he could have used Super Fang instead, but I mean, he might want to set out his Tailwind or his own Mamoswine to set out, but
Mamoswine does go for the Earthquake, and he does break the Heat Run substitute along with dealing about maybe 25 to 30% on the Kangaskhan.
Not too much the Kangaskhan. He does use his own heat. It's not really effective with Charizard, but does take out the Mamoswine.
It does take out the Mamoswine once and for like he lasted 2 turns top.
Yeah, it's now a 1v3 situation, and Nigel
Charizard against the wall,
is paralyzed.
Charizard against the wall, and he gets paralyzed. Yep, Nigel does not win the first. He loses the first game of the set.
I believe his mistake was kind of leaving his Crobat straight out against the Thunderous, allowing it to get taunted. I actually thought it would be carrying Mental Herb, but as you can see there, it does not have Mental Herb at all.
Alright, and the players are thinking on what they're going to choose for the second game, and I think that the Mamoswine was a bad selection, but I don't know about you. What do you think?
I'm fine with the Mamoswine. I'm just not happy with Nigel's first few turns. He let his Crobat get taunted way too easy like that. He should have expected it, but no, he just let it there. He got taunted. He can't use any of his moves. Maybe even if he actually made a mistake and maybe sent it out his Crobat against Thunderous, he could have just went for a Super Fang and at least weaken the Thunderous, take it out first, and then you can do your stuff after that.
I felt that going for Crobat to go into the Super Fang very early in the game actually wasn't too bad. Wouldn't be too bad of a decision if you have a spreader on your field right now. Like if he ran and if he had managed to get Heat Ran and Crobat on the field, that might actually have changed the game to his favor.
I mean, he did have Landers at the start, and then he could just use like Rock Slide or something like that, or Earthquake at the start because. Sorry, Rock Slide because it's a Thunderous, and the Super Fang of Rock Slide would be good. I think it should have been enough. However, then again, you have Switches, Berry Shenanigans, and things like that. However, we did see Thunderous one hit KO the Landers just like that. So
now it will be interesting to see what Nigel is intending to bring this time. I'm thinking that Clefable has been hidden there for like the longest time. I think that it might be his backup plan for some reason. Anyway, we're gonna move into the second game of the set.
Yeah, if Nigel still wants to use his Crobat, he has to find a way to get rid of Thunderous. And the Crobat does come out with Charizard. Hopefully he can make use of immediate Tailwind. However, Thunderous is there.
Isn't that the exact same lead?
I believe it was the exact same.
It's the exact same lead, right? Yeah, it was.
Not for the previous game, but against Nicholas Ong, was it?
No, as in they used the exact same leads for both sides.
No, it was initially Crobat and Landorus.
Oh, it was Crobat Landorus.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm thinking that he's gonna go for a very early game protect, or I think he's trying to go and pull off a Tailwind but Melvin might be able to read that. I'm not too sure because if you recall, Crobat does not have the mental herb like you mentioned.
Yes.
Alright, his Charizard does go for Protect without a Mega Evolution. I'm not sure whether that's a misclick or an intentional choice. And Thundurus does go for the Taunt again on the Crobat on the same
Hopefully Nigel does use Super Fang. Yeah,
and he does use Super Fang on Thundurus, which was
I mean, there's nothing much you can do other than go straight for a
it
Super
does
Fang.
immediately trigger that
Citrus
Citrus Berry, which is interesting to note that he does not have a odd number for his HP.
Yes.
So
Yeah, on Nigel's side, actually I would disagree that it might be a mistake that he didn't Mega Evolve. Definitely, if you're going to protect first, you don't Mega Evolve, especially on Charizard, because you
want to conserve the
you want to conserve the drought. Yes, because if you Mega Evolve while protecting, you are wasting a turn of drought that you can use for offense.
Definitely. Alright, and basically the bot state right now is looking in Nigel's favor, assuming that he keeps playing as prudently as safe as he does, but we'll have to see how
right
this goes.
off the bat, of course you say it's Nigel's favor, but Crobat is taunted and Crobat can't do much. He has
and Nigel does switch out the Crobat. He does switch out the Crobat in this turn, and he brings out his Landorus, nerfing the damn Kangaskhan, which is always a good move in my book because Kangaskhan is going to be annoying if you do not deal with it.
I'm curious what Thundurus decides to do. Did it just it goes for a Thunderbolt straight onto Charizard or onto Crobat? If it goes for the Crobat, it's a wasted turn. Because Super Fang sure is irritating.
Alright, he does go for the Thunder Wave on the Charizard, which is weird. I mean, I would personally just KO the Charizard right off the bat. Maybe Melvin is just being very patient.
Or Melvin thought he would. Melvin's trying to think maybe it will go straight for overheat onto the Thundurus, because if he does go for overheat onto Thundurus.
And Charizard does go for the Heat Wave, but it's not enough to kill either I mean, it was not going to be enough, but it does a huge amount of damage for both Thundurus and Kangaskhan.
I wonder if Crobat was still in though, and if Crobat used Super Fang onto the Kangaskhan, I think that would have been KO considering the HP you see right now.
Now, it's actually looking into... It keeps looking in Nigel's favor, but obviously Melvin has unparalyzed, untouched... Okay, not untouched, I mean...
not really, non-crippled Pokemon.
Non-crippled Pokemon, thank you, that's the word.
Yeah, I mean Charizard sure is at full HP, but it's paralyzed. You can just double target it and then it's done.
Or if you think that Charizard is not going to be a threat, you just leave it on the field, you don't touch it at all.
But I just switching out in and out a lot here, not making use of the offensive pressure.
He switches in his Mamoswine, I'm not too sure why, but I'm assuming he's trying to go for a Rock Slide or Earthquake, but he's trying to go for the Heat Quake, I guess.
Probably, I mean, that would make sense as a combo,
okay,
but...
And Nigel's Charizard goes for the Protect again. I'm not too sure whether that is going to be enough. Too little too late. And Thundurus goes for the Hidden Power, I'm assuming Ice onto the Mamoswine.
Yes, considering that it did KO the Landorus, maybe the switch was to prevent a Hidden Power Ice. Switching out Crobat will get hit, and I'm not sure whether it be KO by then, but more likely than not. So
right now Melvin does have the upper hand, and Nigel is just going. He is over-investing a lot of his team in switching in and out, and he's going to give way sooner or later.
I mean, Nigel did have a good strategy, say switching, but Melvin does have Heatran on the field. Nigel does not really have a good answer for Heatran.
The only answer he does have is the Earthquake coming out from Mamoswine, and yeah, I'm gonna give it to him. Heat Run can't. The only thing that can do anything to the Mamoswine is Heat Run's Heat Wave, and I guess. If Nigel does get the tailwind off, he would be able to start just quaking everything on Melvin's side.
I mean, but good play by Nigel here, going straight for a KO onto the Thundurus. As mentioned, Thundurus is the main disruptive factor to Nigel's strategy of going straight for the tailwind. So Mamoswine here actually is kind of free to protect if he wants to. Wait for the tailwind and then start earthquaking the turn later.
Have we determined the whole item for Mamoswine?
I can't recall actually.
I don't recall.
I don't think I saw a live op, so I'm not too sure. We know
it might be a choice ban. I mean, has he switched moves? I'm not too sure.
Yeah, we only saw it coming in using Ice Shard, so let's see what happens after that. I mean, if it's not choice banded, you can just go straight with the Earthquake the next turn.
Alright, and the Crobat does go for the tailwind as predicted, and
it's kind of like a no-brainer here.
Jurong goes for the substitute. Jurong goes for the substitute.
Earthquake, okay, it's not choice. Good move there with Earthquake there. I thought it would protect, but then on second thought, protecting will pretty much mean that Melvin gets himself up for free. However, this Kangaskhan here is free to actually just go straight at the Mamoswine. Oh, there is Life Lock, sorry.
It's a Life Lock, so he's going to go for a return on the Crobat. I don't think this was a wise move. Crobat can't do anything right now. Immediately to Melvin's team. what he should be worrying about is the Memo Swine just going for the Earthquake right now.
I believe Melvin thought that Nigel will protect on Memo Swine and wait until Tilvin to be
I
up
think,
and then go
I mean,
check
I think that's
next time.
why he over-predicted and he predicted wrong.
And if Nigel did protect on his Memo Swine, that would be a perfect turn for Melvin. Managed to not waste a attack onto Crobat and setting on sub for free.
On the sub for free,
Yes.
yes. So now, the decision that Melvin has to make now is whether the Memo Swine is worth going for the attack. And you have to note that Memo Swine is faster than both Kangaskhan and Heat Run. So Melvin is not a guy that uses Sucker Punch. I mean, if I recall, he does not use Sucker Punch on that Kangaskhan, does he?
I'm not entirely sure, to be honest, about that. I have not really seen him play. Not really going straight into how he played too much. Oh, Quick Guard does come out, avoiding a Sucker Punch here. If he does go for it. Yeah, so he uses Sucker Punch. Nice Quick Guard by that. Earthquake does come out, hitting both Pokemon. Shikamaru, yeah.
I don't think that would be enough. Would that be enough for the Heat Run? No, it will not be
And
enough
it does
for the Heat Run.
KO straight away.
Melvin suffers a terrible terrible setback with that Earthquake from the Memo Swine. Now, with Tailwind and you have to note that with Tailwind up, Memo Swine is just going to wreck everything that Melvin has left.
Yes.
And Melvin does have one last Pokemon that has not been seen yet.
It's a Landorus.
It's a Landorus,
It's not gonna matter.
It might be. Oh, right. Now, it depends on. I'm not sure. Does the Tailwind Memo Swine?
The Tailwind's still there. So
No, it depends. If Nigel does have an Ice Shard, then.
actually, one thing Nigel could try and do is go for a Super Fang.
And Nigel is actually being very cautious with his Memo Swine. He just switches out the Memo Swine for his own Landorus, and I think that's pretty much game set.
Actually, Nigel can pretty much just Super Fang, save his Memo Swine, and since Landorus his speed is gonna be low, and just spam Ice Shot once Memo Swine comes back.
Alright, Melvin goes for Protect.
And yeah, Super Fang pretty much.
Yeah, we're going with a Landorus versus the world, and I think Melvin might want to just go to game 3. Depends on.
Landorus versus the world can work if you're the fastest one on the
It
field.
can work. Yeah, but the issue, I guess you could try stalling out the Tailwind, but it's not working.
Nigel's kind of scouting
and you
here
see
with the
Nigel scouts what is on Melvin K's Landorus, and he
There's a
knocked
life
off a
orb.
life orb. I believe we've seen a life orb before, but I guess Nigel didn't know. And Nigel goes for 4-0. That's
Wow,
really
actually,
brutal.
he actually kind of didn't do a very good game in the first round.
Yeah, and I mean, it didn't seem like he had the advantage at all, but he was very cautious.
Yes.
We noticed we saw those switch outs and switches,
yes.
and we thought that was very, we didn't think that was a very good move, but it worked out for him in the end.
As mentioned before, right before he started second game, his priority should be taking care of Thunderous so his Crobat can set up for the rest of the team. That's what he did. The moment Thunderous actually got knocked out, he switched back his Crobat, set up Silvey, and just start sweeping from there with Memo Swine.
Now, so how do you think? Okay, I think that Nigel Tan's recovery in the second match was absolutely fantastic. I mean, he had to take a lot of prediction, a lot of knowledge of how bulky your Pokemon are to be able to take the various attacks. But again, this is frustrating me. We have not seen the Clefable. I don't think the Clefable.
I don't think you're gonna see the
I don't think you're
Clefable.
going to see the Clefable in this match. I think the Clefable does not do much against Melvin's team. No,
Fable will be up against Citron and
yeah, obviously not. No, definitely not. But on Melvin's side, we see the Sylveon and the Aegislash. Is that gonna be? Is gonna affect the game state in any way?
Okay, to be honest, Aegislash can't do much either. Aegislash is weak to 4 of Nigel's own Pokemon.
Alright, and we're going.
Grounds.
Yeah, we're going to game 3. Yep, sorry about that, mate.
Alright, no problem. But yeah, as mentioned, while we see what Pokemon they come out, it's weak to 4 out of 6 Pokemon. It's not gonna be
I mean,
better.
well, we've seen
much.
weird choices here and there.
Sim is there here by Nigel, going out with Crobat and Charizard.
I think he figured that it worked, and he's just gonna stick with it. I think both players figured the leads work. Let's not change anything about it.
It's just how they play. What Nigel's top priority is save his Crobat, kill the Thunderous. Melvin's top priority is save his Thunderous, kill the Crobat.
Yeah, I mean,
So both of them are trying to save the Pokemon that the others trying to take out. Is their key Pokemon right now in this match. If they let one of them, and once one of them fall, the other one will just support his team, and they can pretty much just plow through the opponent.
yeah, it's actually now as you can see, like how you mentioned, Nigel is keeping his Crobat safe for the first turn, and he switches into.
I believe he was the exact same move he did in the previous
It
turn.
was right.
Yeah.
I think it worked for him the first time. It's like figuring, why not, right? Why not?
I mean, in terms of leads, sure, but in terms of now you see Hitcher coming out with this.
Yeah, it's almost exactly what they were doing the previous game. It changes that they're actually slowing, they're actually speeding up what they did.
Oh yeah, it's the same moves, but it's a lot faster. Like you see Charizard just going straight for the offense on the first turn. Is he going to go straight onto the Thunderous though.
Is okay, essentially, and the
Taunt.
Thunderous goes for the taunt on the Landorus. So Melvin made a very.
Overhit goes
Whoa,
on to
Nigel
the
goes for the
Thunderous. That was a
overhit.
good call right there.
He goes for the overhit immediately on the Thunderous, and
Does it take out?
it
And
is
it does
enough
take
to
it
take
out.
down the Thunderous. And we're currently. That's turn 1, right?
That's turn one.
turn 1, and Nigel is up.
Nigel
is up
kinda.
4-3. So
I mean, I want to say Nigel got his win condition there, but then again, Melvin still has a chance with 3 Pokemon left. It's still too early to
and
tell.
it is after a -2 Charizard, even though it's in Sun. I mean, it's not gonna do as much damage as you want it to. And
yes.
worst of moments. And the worst part is Nigel has his Landorus out at -1.
-1
So
takes
the heat run might start setting up its own subs. It might start setting up substitutes all over the place.
So Nigel there does withdraw his Charizard, not wanting to stay inside with -2. Send out his Crobat. His Crobat is relatively safe, however, it will suffer a rock slide especially. And if he does use Heat Wave,
it depends on whether Nigel gets his Landorus flinch. And it actually triggers the Citrus off Crobat, which is never a good sign, especially when Crobat's role is to just go.
and you can see Heat Wave does, unfortunately Heat Wave does, and does it kill?
It kills the Landorus, and
Critical
Crobat
hit.
survives.
Oh my god, the Crobat survives.
Okay, why are they playing so fast now? Like,
We suddenly see them going in hyper
going into
offense.
hyper offense, For some reason, they're just going into hyper offense.
It's like third game all or nothing, let's go.
And Nigel goes for his Mamoswine, the MVP from the previous game. And
Crobat is free to tailwind right now. It's like good for Nigel that the Crobat actually survives the Heat Wave just now. Unfortunately, the Landorus does KO thanks to the critical hit. I think it matter, I'm not too sure because of the sun. But yeah.
there's 2 ways around it right now, right? The first way is Landorus stays in and tries to kill off Mamoswine. And no, okay, that was second option was to switch it out into Kangaskhan, which is always going to be a very dangerous, especially when Mamoswine can Earthquake. And Mamoswine goes for the Ice Shot, hoping to nail the Landorus right off the bat, but no, it doesn't work.
Super Fang, no tailwind from this turn. What does Heatran go for though? Heat Wave actually. Oh man, Nigel.
Oh wait, wow. Okay.
Why Nigel? Why?
Why? Damn. I think Melvin caught all the shots properly this time. He caught Nigel out on the Crobat, and it worked out in his favor. I think
if Nigel just went for the tailwind and protect,
or Tailwind, Earthquake, or depending,
I mean, sure, it's risky. I mean, sure, it's I wouldn't say risky, but sure, your Melvin can kind of punish that. But going for that move was even more risky because even if Melvin punished with substitute, there is still some advantages for Nigel. He is wasting a turn of Sun. He can still switch off to his Charizard and take the hit better.
Essentially, what Nigel is doing right now, he's overreaching too much and too far.
Being too reckless.
He's being too reckless, and I love it. I mean, I love it, and it's working out. It used to work. It worked out in the earlier turns, but there needs to be a time to stop.
That one turn that just flipped the tables around, and Nigel's now pretty much losing.
Alright, and Nigel is trying to protect his Mamoswine at least one more turn, and he brings his Charizard out. To no avail. The Charizard didn't protect or anything.
Let's see what the Charizard do though. Oh yeah, the Charizard got oh well.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I think it's game set match in Melvin's favor. But again, before Wying starts calling me out, we might see a comeback for some reason. Just gonna say that. Just gonna say that to the viewers at home. There might be a comeback.
If Kangaskhan somehow if Kangaskhan gets KO'd and he just starts missing all his hit waves, sure, I guess.
Like what are the chances, right? Then again, we have seen matches with. What's he doing? Did he just ice shot the hit ramp?
Yes, he just ice shot the Hitran. Wait, sucker punch?
He tried to sucker punch the Charizard, and the Charizard.
Oh no. I think he's trying to sucker punch the Mamoswine, but Mamoswine is faster, so all the critical hits, so not gonna matter.
Yeah,
it's not gonna go down anyway.
And I think that's game set match pretty much. What's he gonna overhit? What am I saying?
Overhit Hitran for his disrespect.
Oh, it does kill the Kenga, but it is the last Pokemon. It's Charizard. A Charizard at -2 versus the world. What do you think?
Versus Hitran and
Sunlight Fails.
Sunlight Fails. I mean, you can't really touch Hitran and then hell.
I think Nigel actually had it in the bag. He had it in the bag, but he overreached.
Yes, he didn't go for the tailwind. He just decided to start attacking, and that backfired.
That backfired on him very badly.
It's very different gameplay style. Nigel was very defensive in the second game. First game, I wouldn't say he was reckless in the first game, but more like he didn't know the key threats that he should take out in the first game.
Yeah.
Second game he was defensive and he knew what to take out, and then went to the offense straight after that.
And you notice that the heat run on Melvin's side was just not handled at all. It wasn't handled properly, and that cost Nigel the game.
Yeah.
So, but he did put up an amazing fight, I feel, and that Crobat was his MVP. The tailwind speed support was just too much.
Yeah, the tailwind speed support was extremely
but
crucial.
That was an exciting match.
It was an exciting match at the game, but that one turn that he did not go for the tailwind, we were all just like, why Nigel, why?
But he did really well, really amazing to get to the top 4, especially in our community, my god.
Yeah, most of us have been playing with each other quite a lot, and the standards is getting higher together.
Okay, do you know, I mean, all that time ago, I brought in a basic standard Smogon team. I could wreck VGC10. because the standard wasn't very up there yet.
Yeah.
And then, now it's only been a mere 5 years. Alright, ladies and gentlemen back home, it's only been 5 years and we're looking at such high quality matches and we've sent people to Worlds and it's just fantastic. If you ever have the time, whether you're Singaporean or what, and you come down to Singapore, make sure you come down to one of VGC. What do you think? I mean, we should...
Do join us, do join us. Even if you're not, probably won't win thanks to the high standard, it's fun, it's kind of a learning journey. Everybody starts out somewhere.
By the way, I think the Malaysians are watching. If you are watching KL Rikos, I'm watching you too.
Alright, so...
Alright, we're gonna have Melvin up for interview.
Alright,
so we're just gonna...
we'll see you guys later, or we'll Melvin
give me a sec.
here.
Yep.
Alright. Alright, and we are back with our current finalist, top 2. Melvin, congratulations on your match.
Thank you.
I would say that was a very good match. See, you won the first round because you took, I will say because you took out Crobat, very good use of your Thunderous there. Second round didn't go too well, unfortunately. And actually I thought you were going to lose the third round. So, I mean, how was it when your main Pokemon to deal with Crobat, Thunderous, you kind of fainted straight away at first turn?
Well, it really didn't matter for me because I tried to play into a position because round 2 I found out he had quick guard already. So I tried to play into the position where my Heatran could just wipe his whole team out. So, and then after my Thunderous died, my Heatran came in, Thunderous died, I brought in Landorus. So that's what we call a pin.
Okay.
So you can knock both of them out straight. That was what I was trying to maneuver into.
That's true lah, but wasn't it quite risky considering that Crobat could just tailwind anytime and then suddenly Mamoswine is faster than all your Pokemon?
No, I put Taunt in there in case he tried to tailwind.
True. On Thunderous?
On the Crobat. I did in the game just now.
Oh yeah. I mean, you did try and taunt a slot, but the thing is, when Crobat came in right after your Thunderous fainted, that was a position where Nigel could have actually tailwind and then just spam Earthquake with his or any attacks with Mamoswine after that. Would you like afraid of that, or you were just like, oh, he just is safe?
He knew I had Taunt onto the first round, so he probably won't go and try that anymore. After he's fainted, well, I don't know what he did, but I cannot remember very well.
I guess you were thinking too much into the zone. Yeah.
But I remember pinning both of his Pokemons down, so
yeah,
yes,
you
double
did.
KO.
Yeah, you did pin him well. You were pretty much just attacking full on straight on. You guys played a very offensive game in the last round. What's with the shift of tone? I mean, your first game also wasn't really that quote unquote reckless.
The first, second round, maybe you want to try to scout out the opponent.
Yeah, I see.
Did like I did in the second round. I tried to see whether he had quick guard. So I didn't know if he had quick guard or protect. So I wanted to try to play it slowly. I didn't really want to go all out and win the second one. So I tried to hold it back a bit, see his options.
Because it's a best out of 3 lah.
Yeah,
So
best out of 3.
I mean that's a very good use of best out of 3, scouting all your opponents' options, attacks, what they can do, what kind of playstyle they have lah. So of course that's why you now currently are top 2. So once again, congratulations Melvin, and let's see who your next opponent will be for the next match.
Off.